Chapter 38. Everything is at stake. Let us obey Christ's vicar. The papacy, Christianity, all mankind are at stake. The world on its present course is imperiling the future of all three. And shall we be calling into question the decisions of the vicar of Christ? Let us obey him in order to save for all men the truth, and with it, true liberty, equality, and fraternity. What a misfortune to be involved in disputes, the like of these, when such a problem torments the world, a problem as wide and deep as mankind. We are talking about the survival of the papacy, which implies the survival of Christianity itself. All mankind is involved, past, present, and future. The question, the true question, is to know where mankind comes from, what it desires, and where it is going. Is man the creature of God? And has God the Creator given to his creature an unchanging law in the midst of the transformations his free will is allowed? Has mankind been wrong to believe for 18 centuries that Jesus Christ is the living and eternal God? Has it been wrong to believe that this God established a priesthood, of which he is the sole, permanent, and infallible head in the person of the Pope, called for that reason the Vicar of Jesus Christ? Does mankind no longer believe this, as it once did? Does it abjure Jesus Christ, either explicitly by denying his divinity, or implicitly by declaring that his divinity was misled and misled the world, and that he did not institute the Church, nor leave, under that name, anything more than a passing enterprise, to which he made promises that would not last, and that the human mind now knows to have failed? Finally, when the Pope is cast down from his throne, and confined to the sacristy, subject to a petty king who will himself be subject to his people, and subject to his allies, when the vicar of Jesus Christ, powerless vicar of a fallen God, has suffered these successive humiliations, and will no longer be able to make a spiritual decision that will not be disdained as a folly or punished as a crime against the state, and when the nations turn to scorn his majesty, which the police will treat with contempt, who then will be the religious leader of the world? And will mankind still have a God? And if mankind no longer has a God, or if it has all the gods that it could wish for, and will not fail to fabricate, what then will become of mankind? Such are not all the questions, but merely some of the groups of questions that the survival of the papacy contains in its gigantic embrace. And shall the faithful, in the shadow of this cosmic drama, take upon themselves to call into question the decisions of the Pope, by making up their own minds as to what their line of conduct shall be? Obedience alone can maintain us in the truth. In so doing, it places in our hands the fullness of life. Let us not cheat of its benefits, a mankind gone mad. Let us neither betray it nor corrupt it. While we are being put to the trial and chastised, let our word so give witness to the truth, that it cease not to beg God's pardon, the day of which it will hasten. The world is on its way to losing Christ, and with him all that he gave it. The revolution is squandering the royal heritage while it boasts of taking it over. Civilization is slipping toward tyranny, the contempt of man, and the sacrifice of the innocent, all accomplished in the name of liberty, equality, and fraternity. Let us rather uphold that liberty which proclaims that God alone is God, that we must adore only him and obey him alone, whatever tyrants his fury allows to pass over the face of the earth. Let us uphold that equality which teaches us to bow down our souls before neither power, nor talent, nor success, but before the justice of God alone. Let us uphold that fraternity, the true fraternity that only exists, that can only exist on this earth, if we uphold the fatherhood and the kingship of Christ.